This is The War. With every episode, we put a horror film against its remake. We go stat for stat, financials, facts, where to watch, synopsis, cast, and everything in between. Afterwards, we grade them both on a scorecard and tally up the results to see which one comes out on top.
Thank you again to Mass MC and Clever Decay for Horror Wars, a horrorcore story. I will be taking on Jaws today, and Josh will be taking on The Last Shark. And as the opening says, we don't know how to pronounce everything correctly, so bear with us when we get to names that we don't know how to pronounce.
Names and stuff.
Foreign names.
Some very
and,
Italian verbiage in here.
And hell, some American names.
Yeah.
Shit.
Hell
Sometimes
yeah,
I
yeah.
forget English.
Same.
So
hard
consider
language, man.
English is a hard language. You got bomb and tomb and comb and Tom and all of it. So Jaws is 2 hours and 5 minutes.
Yes, it is.
It is, but it doesn't always feel like that. June 20th, 1975 was the release date, produced by Richard D. Zanuck and David Brown. Production companies are Zanuck and Brown Company and Universal Pictures. Budget of $9 million US dollars. Box office of $495 million.
Bank, bro.
Woo! Screenplay by Peter Benchley and Carl Gottlieb.
Cool name.
Directed by Steven Spielberg. Cinematography by Bill Butler. Edited by Verna Fields. Music by John motherfucking Williams, the goat of goats. Rating, 8.1 out of 10 on IMDb.
IMDb.
3.9 out of 5 on Letterboxd.
Letterboxd.
97% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Rotten Tomatoes, damn.
A giant great white shark terrorizes a small beach town forcing a police chief, a marine biologist, and a grizzled shark hunter to risk their lives to stop it. Related media. Jaws 2 from 1978, Jaws 3D from 1983, also released as Jaws 3, and Jaws the Revenge from 1987.
Jaws.
Jaws 2 Electric Boogaloo. They breakdance too.
And we've got 10 points of trivia to share with you as well. Number 1, Steven Spielberg directed the film at just 27 years old, making it only his second theatrical feature. Number 2,
Nice.
The film is based on Peter Benchley's 1974 best-selling novel of the same name, although the screenplay significantly changes several story elements. Number 3, the mechanical shark was nicknamed Bruce after Steven Spielberg's lawyer Bruce Raymer.
I want to say Bruce Banner.
Bruce Banner. Number 4, frequent malfunctions of the mechanical shark forced Spielberg to show it less often, increasing suspense and ultimately making the film scarier. Number 5, Roy Scheider improvised the famous line, "You're gonna need a bigger boat," which became one of the most quoted movie lines ever. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was a running joke while they were filming the movie, and they kept saying you're going to need a bigger boat, and then that's the one time that it actually made it into the movie. Number 6, John Williams won the Academy Award for Best Original Score, with his iconic two-note shark theme becoming one of the cinema's most recognizable pieces of music.
Yep.
Number 7, Jaws won 3 Academy Awards, Best Original Score, Best Film Editing, and Best Sound, though it was not nominated for Best Picture, which is actually kind of insane.
I wonder what won.
I don't even have any idea what won in 1975 for Oscars. If anybody knows in the chat, drop it. Number 8, filming took place primarily on Martha's Vineyard, Massachusetts, because the surrounding waters were shallow enough to help create the illusion of open ocean. Number 9. What, did you get it?
One flew over the
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest with Jack Nicholson? Oh, hell yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, I could definitely see why Jaws would have lost at that one. Number 9, the production ran dramatically over schedule, expanding from a planned 55-day shoot to approximately 100. That's a little overdone. 159 days due largely to technical problems and weather. Number 10, Jaws is widely regarded as the first modern summer blockbuster, revolutionizing Hollywood with its wide release strategy and massive box office success. And the cast. Luckily, we have a small cast for both of these movies. Rory Scheider as Chief Martin Brody, Robert Shaw as Quint, Richard Dreyfuss as Matt Hooper, Lorraine Gary as Ellen Brody, Murray Hamilton as Mayor Larry Vaughn, and Carl Gottlieb as Meadows, Jeffrey Kramer as Deputy Leonard Hendricks, Susan Backinth as Chrissy Watkins, Lee Ferrero as Miss Kittner, And Peter Benchley as interviewer.
Didn't even get a name.
Woo. Just interviewer.
Oh,
That's
yeah. And now, shall we get into the remake? Let's do it.
Oh, yeah, brother.
Movie name: The Last Shark or Great White.
Yes.
It's got two names.
Depending on the market.
Okay.
And there's also, I think it's like The Last Jaws or Jaws something as well in one of the other markets.
With a runtime of 1 hour and 28 minutes. Hey, there's that sweet spot, right?
But you still feel
Release date: April 2nd, 1981. Produced by, here are some Italian names: Maurizio Amati and Ugo Tucci. Production company: Uzi Productions and Horizon Productions. Budget: $450.3 thousand US, and at the box office, it made $18 million US. I think before it got pulled. Screenplay is by Mark Princey. That's a cool name. Directed by Enzo G. Castellari. Yep, that's very Italian. Cinematography by Alberto Spagnoli.
Spagnoli is definitely
there we
Italian.
go. Oh, yes. These are cool names. Edited by, Gianfranco Amasucci. There we go. Music by Guido and Maurizio De Angelis. Cool names.
Yep.
All right. Sources differ, with reporting the film earning rewards up to $24 million before being pulled from theaters due to Universal's successful plagiarism lawsuit. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. The ratings: a 4.3 out of 10 on IMDb. 2.4 out of 5 on Letterboxd. And 32% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's very high still.
That is actually very high for this movie.
The plot: a giant great white shark terrorizes a seaside resort, forcing a local author and a veteran shark hunter to stop the deadly predator, after officials refused to close the beach. They took out a character.
Yep.
Related media. Okay, this is where you got to super bear with me on this one. Related media: L'Ultimo Squalo 2, an unmade sequel. Cruel Jaws from 1995. That's cool. It's an unofficial spiritual successor using footage from The Last Shark, but it's not canon. And Riff Tracks The Last Shark 2016, and it's a comedy commentary release.
Yes. So Riff Tracks is the sequel thing to what Mystery Science Theater 3000 was. Okay. So basically it's just like the same guys making fun of it, kind of like what me and Steve are doing on Robin's.
I got you.
Same kind of setup. Yeah.
Okay. Trivia. Number 1. The film was directed by Enzo G. Castellari, an Italian filmmaker best known for action, war, and exploitation films. Mm-hmm. Number 2. It was released in Italy in 1981 under the title L'Ultimo Squalo before receiving a U.S. release in 1982 as a Great White.
And it's really... Never mind, just go ahead.
Number 3. Universal Pictures sued the filmmakers, claiming the movie plagiarized Jaws, 1975, and Peter Benchley's novel, winning an injunction that pulled the film from U.S. theaters. Number 4. The film stars James Francucci, Vic Morrow, and Michaela Pinatelli in the lead roles.
Cool.
All right. Number 5. Much of the film was shot in Savannah, Georgia, despite being an Italian production. That's fantastic. Made in Italy, but not really.
Yeah, no, dude. That's what I was going to say earlier. This movie is such a clusterfuck, man. It is so bad.
Number 6. Film Ventures International, the FVI, spent nearly $4 million on U.S. prints and advertising, making it the company's widest theatrical release of the time. Number 7. FVI promoted the movie with live lemon sharks, inflatable shark toys, and pop-up books in National Association of Theater Owners Convention to build publicity. Number 8. Director Enzo G. Castellari planned a sequel titled L'Ultimo Squalo 2, but it was canceled after the mechanical shark was damaged during production of the first film. They could have fixed it with that.
Yeah, they made a good amount of money on it, right?
They just knew that they were going to watch no one. It's a plagiarized movie. Number 9. The film was marketed under different names in several countries, including The Last Jaws and in Spain, as though it were the 5th Jaws film. Damn, they straight up just tried to insert.
In Spain they actually put it as Jaws 5.
Number 10. The English language version features additional music by Morton Stevens, the Emmy-winning composer best known for creating the theme of Hawaii Five-0.
Yes.
Alongside the original score from Guido and Maurizio De Angelis. We're almost out of these names, folks. Cast. A short one, indeed. James Franciscus as Peter Benton. Vic Morrow as Ron Hamer. Michaela Pignatelli as Gloria Benton. Joshua Sinclair as William Wells. And Stefani Gorlami. That's all I can say. Goodwin as Jenny Benton. And Giancarlo Prete as Bob Martin.
Jenny. All right. So, this is going to be fun. This is the part of the show where we start doing our tally marks and grading. So, if anybody in the chat wants to follow along with us on this part, it is more than welcome to. And we have...
And it's encouraged.
And it's encouraged, yes. We have the child going to be reading out comments if you guys make them. So, hop on into discussion with us. So, when it comes to acting, which one are you going to give your point to? The Last Shark or Jaws?
I'm going to give it to OG.
Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah? Gee, I wonder why.
So let's start with just the horror acting alone. Every person that gets eaten by the shark, when they scream, there's something about like when the mic peaks on these older movies, it sounds really fucking good. And it's terrifying. And I feel like it kind of brings out the horror more, a little bit of that older audio.
Yeah.
But the acting all around, man, when Quint has his speech...
Yes.
And there's nothing really going on. It's just focused on the dude's face.
Yes.
There's nothing else going on.
He drew his nails across the board.
The people in the town felt authentic. Everyone kind of felt more realistic. They didn't feel like characters. I really felt like in the OG, I could just meet him at a store, like maybe at like a boat marina or something, and just say hi to him.
Yeah, it was like an episode of Gilmore Girls, but with killer sharks.
In the remake, they kind of just, of course, they flattened it out, especially with the dub version, which is fucking awful. There are plenty of good dub movies out there.
Yeah.
Not very good. In the original, man, the fact that like when Brody is with his son just eating dinner, and it just seems like so authentic. It doesn't feel like two actors. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm watching I'm a fly on the wall somewhere during all this stuff. In the remake, it was very hammy. They tried to basically even hit the same beats and delivery, but it was just fucking weird.
It was weird, and especially considering everybody took all these long dramatic pauses in the remake, and I don't remember what her name was, but it was, I guess, the equivalent of the mother. Her screaming towards the end of the movie when the shark was taking down the raft that they were on, the little dock thing that they were on, the way that she was flopping around everything, I was just like, this is horrible.
Yeah.
And a lot of the acting in the Last Shark was just abysmal. I don't know how the shark took the helicopter down, and I watched that part 4 times. I still have no idea how this shark actually managed to kill 2 people and take a helicopter down.
They tried to copy paste their acting from Jaws, and just did a watered down version.
They did a dumbass version. So you're giving it to the OG?
Oh, 100%.
Yes. Directing.
What are you giving it to?
Oh, I'm obviously the OG. There's no way
I'm gonna give the OG as well.
Whatever this was could ever compare to Steven Spielberg,
Besides,
even at his young age.
I was just gonna say, just on the fact that when it came to direction, they focused on the shark, but they also kind of showed the inner part of the town.
Yes.
A little bit of corruption in there.
Yes.
And they spread it through the whole thing. Pretty damn well. So I'm gonna give it to OG. Remake, they just kind of so imagine all of Jaws and then squish it down, but make it longer at the same time.
Yeah.
That's when we get into pacing. But
it's weird. Writing / plot.
Okay, this is one that makes me kind of mad. Okay, I'm gonna give it to OG. Okay. Jaws as a movie is fantastic. I love the fact that between the boat trio in Jaws, that it kind of shows a little bit of social structure in there too, because you have the working class, and you kind of go through each as you get towards the
scientists,
all that kind of stuff. They kind of talk about it in their little scraps when they're on the boat.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that they had that. They're like enemies working against the enemy, and my enemy is my friend. That kind of thing.
Yeah, they weren't really friendly with each other.
In Remake, they took one out, and they included a bunch of teenagers that want to also hunt.
Yes.
So they kept Quint, and they kept Brody, which I forget what he was, the shark author or whatever the fuck he is. But they kind of took everything out. They took all of like the personality of it. Of course, you could just say they took everything from Jaws and just used very terrible.
Yeah, but
like,
then they were like windsurfers.
Yeah, at the beginning,
Yeah,
and they use a lot of stock footage for remake of like what would be like a
my
National
God,
Geographic documentary. It's fucking terrible.
Yeah,
But they really took out like the meat and potatoes of like the journey to getting to fighting Jaws by the end.
Yeah,
They kind of took all that out and just kind of made it more, I don't know, more of like a TV drama than anything.
I do feel like that. I feel like it was definitely a TV drama more than anything else. I don't feel like Last Shark really did anything fantastic. The writing in the movie was trash. The plot was trash.
They combined a lot of characters too.
They did.
Like they took out like
They
the
did.
mother that lost her kid in the ocean with the dog and all that.
Yeah.
And then they almost combined it with the main characters. It was fucking strange. It was like this weird
it was
weaving
really,
of it.
really weird. Yeah. I don't. The killer, obviously.
Jaws, iconic,
Bruce.
of course.
Yeah. Versus.
The remake is okay. It's kind of funny. It pulls a helicopter out of the ocean.
And
It's
then-
a lot more active than they have in Jaws. I'll give it that.
Yes, the shark is more active, but the way that the puppetry of everything and the mechanical of like the way that one moved, and then it went right into the stock footage, so you didn't even get a chance to see the big shark because it went immediately into a small shark.
And
And
right,
you could
so
tell,
It's like
and
the
you could
quality
tell.
over quantity.
in
Oh,
the
dude, the
original,
quality
right?
was bad.
It went off
Yeah.
of suspense. We didn't see Jaws the entire time.
Yeah.
You saw the shark a lot in the remake, which is okay, but you could really tell like the footage that they just grabbed from another production company and threw it in there compared to what they had.
Compared to what they
The
had,
shark didn't look bad.
No.
They just made it bigger.
Yeah.
They just, made it this big and made it that big.
Yes.
So there you go.
So Bruce by a landslide, obviously, and then Quint's death alone in Jaws makes it that Bruce was so much better because Quint's death was just fantastic. And then when the shark was pulling that guy from the helicopter, and the little casting body just kind of broke apart like a piñata, and it was just blood everywhere. It was the most weird design choice, but whatever, go off, I guess. Casting, I don't think there's any disputing this one at all.
OG.
100%.
I just kind of focus more on the boat trio because we get
Yeah.
the townsfolk and all that, but I still say all of them together do feel like real life characters.
Yeah.
They don't feel like actors, which is nice because sometimes you can tell when they just kind of put a camera there over the shoulder.
Yeah.
Over the shoulder. Okay, we're done. I do like the fact that we had the three not necessarily love each other as like best friends, but they just worked together, and then we had the drunk scene. Bam.
Yeah. they're
When it
tired
came
and
to
they
like
wanna go to
the
bed.
corrupt mayor, it still felt unique. It didn't feel
Yeah.
like it was like a TV like bad guy of the week per episode.
I
That
think
kind of
because
thing.
he was just corrupt enough, right? He
Yeah.
wasn't corrupt, but he wanted to make sure that the town had
We don't
money.
want to lose our money.
Right. He didn't want to lose the money. It's not like he was the Shawshank Redemption prisoner fucking
Yeah.
director, But yeah, he was just corrupt enough. There wasn't anybody with a horrible moral compass in this movie.
No.
In the remake, there absolutely was. I don't like almost any of the characters in the
Right.
remake. I don't know. Even when they tried to redeem them towards the end, it was just like, man, you guys are all horrible. I don't like anything about this movie.
Also, The Last Shark is on YouTube for free, right?
Yes.
Tell me that with the casting, they didn't almost go for lookalikes.
Yeah,
Because
they
even
did.
the dude that plays Quint, I think it's Ron, as in the remake.
Yeah.
Same kind of hat, like almost same. It's crazy.
Yeah.
They're not perfect lookalikes, but they definitely went for a lookalike.
Yeah, 100%. Soundtrack.
Well, OG,
John
come on.
Williams, yeah. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Salsa Shark.
I will say again, I will give props to remake because when you listen to that one, it gives me like the beat 'em up soundtracks from the old arcade games.
It does. You're right.
So you could put that on there, so that's cool. And they didn't redo or try to do a Jaws theme, so there's no like rip off of that. So I'll give them some props.
So with all the Hindi movies doing like the fake Nightmare
Yeah,
on Elm
yeah.
Street theme and
Yeah.
all that stuff, yeah, that wasn't existing in this movie, so that is definitely.
So
pretty
I'll give
cool.
them a little bit of credit, but of
Yeah,
course it's going to go
100%.
to OG.
I think I just said it because there wasn't much gore/kills in either movie, except
Dismemberments
for,
and blood geysers in the water and stuff like that.
I think Jaws pulled it off better. Obviously, in my opinion, I don't know. I mean, there was more gore, I think, in The Last Shark, but it was done horribly. So does that?
I think remake is like the PG-13 version of it, because I do know that Jaws is actually PG
Yes.
because PG-13 exists back at that time, but I think that the great what was Last Shark
Lost
is like the
Violation.
remake or the PG-13 version. I think
Yeah.
that it's bloodier in
Jaws
OG
is-
for
yeah,
sure.
For sure.
So
it's-
then
yeah.
you actually get to see the dismemberments and stuff like that. Most of it's off screen, or you just see the blood guys are in the remake.
Yeah.
Everything else, you still get to see bits and pieces, some legs,
Yeah. So, Jaws.
for sure.
Yep, for sure. Pacing. Holy ball sack.
I'm gonna give a negative point to remake. Okay, I'll be honest. Jaws to me is an insanely long movie.
Yes.
The pacing a bit too much for me personally, right?
All right.
So I thought, man, that hour and 28 minutes is gonna be fucking great.
Nope.
I was wrong. Everything that they took out, right? I was like, yay, they removed this part that was a tad too long. They said, let's just take the scenes where it's 800 people in one room or a small group and have them just talk for like 20 minutes straight.
Right. Right.
And then, like you said, the dramatic pause
dramatic
thing.
pauses,
These
yeah.
speeches take so long. But not the
Yes.
cool one, because
No,
they do
no,
try
no.
to copy the Quint speech.
Yes, they do. But it's not.
But
good.
when you don't have like the 3 in there, it's really bad. They kind of shorten like the town shit with the mayor.
Yeah.
So we got that removed, but then you just take a lot of like 2 people talking for 10, a group talking for 20. It's just it's bad.
It is.
It does not deserve a point. So I'm not the biggest fan of the 2-hour runtime, but it pissed me off at how short this movie is, and it felt longer
Because
than OG.
Yes. So I watched both Last Shark and Jaws in the same day. I
Wow.
have no idea how Last Shark felt so much longer than Jaws. But oh my God, I was pretty high watching Jaws. So I think maybe that's why it went by faster than it should have.
Yeah.
Because I was totally encapsulated with that movie. I had no idea, because I haven't watched Jaws in a long time, right? I had no idea how amazing the cinematography was in that movie. And it just like, it blew my mind how good everything was for 1975. So I was just in awe of the movie while I was watching it.
Yeah.
And when I got to The Last Shark, I was like, please help me. please help me. In the first 10 minutes, I believe I got up and made food because I didn't want to sit there. And you even warned me, dude. You messaged and was like, watch Last Shark at 1.5 speed. And I'm like, nah, I'm going to just watch it at regular speed. It's going to be fine.
Grave mistake.
Grave mistake. I watched it at regular speed, y'all. No.
Don't
No.
do it.
That was one
Heed
of the
my
worst. I did.
warnings.
I should have heeded your warnings. So, but I am going to give a point to Jaws because despite the fact that it's 2 hours long and me being so high that I think that helped with the 2 hours.
Yeah.
So for me, the pacing was just like pretty fucking cool. And I loved the colors and I was watching it and everything was great. So I was like, you know what? Hell yeah. So I'm not going to give a negative point. I'm just going to give a point to Jaws.
Okay.
Word. Time period.
OG, the 70s of it all.
Yeah.
Look, when you see an old school typewriter, there's something that feels so nice about it. But again, it's really nice to look back at some movies and you can definitely tell like it was made in the 70s, especially with the beaches popping. Because like, yeah, the beaches are popular nowadays, of course.
Right, yeah, of course.
But back in the 70s and 80s and shit like that, when there was no cell phones or anything like that, beach was the shit, especially when you're like, hey, it's summer vacation or whatever, bam. Yeah. So I'm definitely going to give it to OG. Even using like the crappy little boats and stuff like that. If it was like current time period, they'd have machine guns and shit. They'd be on big jet skis.
Jet skis, yeah. Okay, so I'm also going to give it to OG for time period because it literally created summer blockbusters.
Yeah.
And the fact that the summer blockbuster exists because of Jaws is pretty fucking cool. The fact that we've gotten so many cool movies, I guess you could say, off the back of Jaws. You know what I mean? That summer blockbusters became
Piranha.
And yeah, well, I'm saying like, look, Brand New Day's coming out this week.
Yeah.
That's a huge summer blockbuster that is banking right now, and it's all off the back of Jaws. Like, we wouldn't have Memorial Days. I'm talking about theatrical wise.
Yeah.
Memorial Day kicking off the summer movie season if it wasn't for Jaws. I mean, another movie eventually would have done it, but dude, it's It's Jaws.
Big scary shark.
Big scary shark, right?
Tori says the 70s horror is wild.
70s
Oh, yeah.
horror is
Super
absolutely wild.
Stacked, if
Stacked.
you will.
Yeah. So, In Search of Darkness, those people are doing a 70s documentary. It should be coming out soon. Pretty fucking cool. All right. Environment.
OG. It feels like
sure.
it feels like a real town. I do like the fact that like the townspeople get together and talk about the fucking beach. Can you close it down, please? Everyone's getting eaten. Nah.
Yeah. Nah. Right.
Got to make that money. But again, it's just the fact that it felt authentic. I didn't feel like and none of the stuff looked like a set. Like I'm sure they were actually in a town.
Yeah. Yeah.
It didn't feel like there was like backdrops and stuff. When it comes to remake, I almost felt like it'd be like General Hospital or something, or Days of Our Lives kind of like show for some reason, just a shark version.
Shark version.
Everyone was just so like modeling the entire time.
Yes.
Aha.
All right. So before we get to the ending in our final category, if you guys have seen Last Shark and Jaws, pop in the chat. Let us know what you think and which one you think should win. So for the ending.
OG.
OG.
Okay, it's a downer ending. Quint literally gets eaten right before they kill it. You think Dreyfus is drowning under the water and he's gone. And Brody's just like, you know what? Fuck it. Bang, bang, bang. And just starts shooting at him.
And then blows him up.
And then blows him up, which is cool.
It's in his mouth.
And the fact that the one survives comes up, and then they're just like, oh shit, let's get the fuck out of the water.
Right.
And I'm going to include also the credit sequence where it's on the beach and you can see him walking. Beautiful cinematography I would add into the ending.
Yeah, for sure.
And again, they beat the big baddie.
Yep.
And they can also, if they never gave it like a sequel, right? Let's say there was no Jaws 2 or 3D or whatever the fuck. This ending could also just feel like it's done right there. It could be just a standalone film. You'd never know it would have a sequel if like you didn't research it. You know what I mean? So I love the fact that this movie can kind of seem like it could be done right there and never need any more Jaws movies.
Yeah, because Bruce is done, right? Like,
right.
Yeah,
So it got blown up.
Yeah.
There we go. Saw the town saved.
I love
remake.
Like that.
Dude, they got into a fucking car and drove away.
I was gonna say,
like, what the hell?
It was kind of neat to see in remake, like the Quint copy was like in his mouth with the dynamite on him.
Yeah.
But the jump into the water where it's just like boing.
Yes.
It does like a dive in there like that and then presses it. It's the goofiest shit ever.
It is. It's super goofy.
So in the remake also, the teenagers survive too.
Yes.
Some of them do. The other ones
Yes.
just get eaten off the dock by the end.
Yes.
And there's like a camera crew and they're like, hey guys, how'd you get through it all? And they just kind of walk by them. They pile in the smallest car that looks like a clown car.
Yes.
And then just drive off and the credits roll.
The credits start rolling. It's like...
No words
What?
either. Like you just
Nothing.
load the shark up and then they're in the car and off.
And it's done. It's like, and the sun's not even going down. It's just, they just drive off down the main road.
It's just like midday.
And it's like, yeah, it's Monday.
It's like 2 PM on a Monday.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And you're just, and then it just fades to black and you're just like, okay.
OG's like an actual ending to a book. To the book, probably.
Yeah.
I've never seen the sequel, so I wouldn't know.
It's the same.
Oh, okay.
It's Jaws. If you like Jaws, then you're going to like Jaws 2. If you like Jaws 2, you might like Jaws 3. If you like Jaws 3, you're probably going to like Jaws 4. But if you like Jaws 1, you're not going to like Jaws 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What?
Yep. Yeah, exactly. So, with that being said, the final score.
And no one was surprised.
No one was surprised. This is actually going to also be probably the last of the beatdowns as well. Mm-hmm. Because with these remakes, with these things, obviously they're inferior. They know
especially when
inferior.
they're shot for shot, plagiarized kind of deals.
Like, they know
There's
what
some
they're doing. There's props to it, sure, but it's 21 to -1.
Shout out to Godzilla.
Shout out. Yeah. You got the -1 treatment pitch. God,
that is hilarious.
I don't think we've ever had 21 to -1. I'm pretty sure this is actually one of the worst beatdowns in Horror Wars history.
Yeah, we'll be. The next one won't be a shot for shot remake and stuff.
Yeah, this is actually like holy shit bad. This is I really truly don't think we've ever had a movie lose this bad against another movie.
Yeah.
22 units. Like, that's ridiculous.
Man. So does anybody have any winner or loser over there? No. Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure. So, do you have any final words on this?
Buy Jaws. Watch The Last Shark on YouTube for free. That's all I gotta say.
Speed.
And watch it at 1.5
1.5
speed, and you'll understand exactly what we're talking about.
Exactly. And
That was the war.
that was war.